delivering quality education, expanding access to learning. The official TV-based instruction of Tagum City. This is Tagum City Division's DepEd TV. Tara na!
Tagumpay greetings everyone. To our dear learners, today is another day full of learning the world of mathematics. I'm so glad to be a part of your journey as you explore and discover new lessons through television. Airing from Tuason TV Escuela, I'm your teacher on air, Teacher Arlene from Josep Tuason Jr. Memorial National High School in the service of DepEd Tagum City. Aiming to continue education amidst the challenges brought by the pandemic. Together, we will master our competencies while staying at home. So, what we're waiting for? Let us learn while having fun. Indeed, expect a meaningful learning. In this session, we will learn about the percentile for ungrouped data. Let us learn starting with our learning objectives. Number 1. Illustrate, calculate, interpret percentile for ungrouped data. Number 2. Solve problems involving measures of position for ungrouped data. Before we delve deeper to our lesson, let us try answering the following questions. Listen carefully to the question because you are given 5 seconds in finding the letter of your choice. When you hear the sound, then time is up. Are you ready? Let's begin. Reminder, please have with you your Mathematics 10 Quarter 4 Module 3, a pen and a paper. Now, let's go! Here we go to question number 1. Quartile is divided into 4 equal parts, while percentile is divided into how many parts? Choices are letter A, 10, B, 25, C, 50, and D, 100. Your timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is letter D, 100. For question number 2. In a 50-item test, Anna got a score of 40, which is the 70th percentile. This means that letter A, she passed the test. Letter B, 70% of the class did not pass the test. C, her score is higher than 70% of her classmates. D, 70% of the class got scores 40 and above. Your timer starts now. For questions number 3 and 4, here is the problem. Given the following scores of 12 students of grade 10 Magsaysay in a 10-item quiz, these are the following data. For the number 3 question, find the position of the 20th percentile. Choices are letter A, 2.6, B, 1.6, C, 5.6, and letter D, 3.6. Your timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is letter A, 2.6. Then for the number 4 question, which of the statement below is true? Choices are letter A, 10% of the students have a score less than or equal to 4. Letter B, 25% of the students have a score less than or equal to 5. Letter C, 60% of the students have a score less than or equal to 7. And letter D, 90% of the students have a score less than or equal to 9. Your timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is letter B. 25% of the students have a score less than or equal to 5. For the number 5 question, the Kagawad officer recorded the people who came in and out of the village. She recorded the following data in just a week. These are the data. What is the 30th percentile using linear interpolation? Choices are letter A, 24.8, B, 38.4, C, 48.4, and letter D, 4.48. Your timer starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is letter B, 38.4. Congratulations! You've got it all! This time, let us study percentile for ungrouped data. First, let us define percentile. Percentiles is the 99 score points which divide a distribution into 100 equal parts, so that it represents the data set. It is used to characterize values according to the percentage below them. It is denoted as P sub 1, P sub 2, P sub 3, until P sub 99. They are called first percentile, second percentile, third percentile, until 99 percentile. They determine the value for 1%, 2%, 3%, until 99% of the data. Percentiles are computed in the same way that the quartiles and deciles are calculated. As you can see, the big boxes, which is the broken line, divides the distribution into 4 equal parts. Then we can say that Q sub 1 equals D sub 2.5 equals P sub 25. Then Q sub 2 equals D sub 5 equals P sub 50. Then Q sub 3 equals D sub 7.5 equals P sub 75. To find the percentile value, use the formula located to its position. Let us have model number 1. Find the 30th percentile or P sub 30 of the following test scores of a random sample of 10 students. To find the solution, we have the following steps to be followed. Step 1. Arrange the scores in ascending order, from lowest to highest. So therefore, it is arranged. Step 2. Locate the position of P sub 30 by using the formula and round off to the nearest integer. This is the formula of the percentile. P sub k is equals to k over 100 times the quantity of n plus 1, where k is equals to kth value. This is from the first to 99th value, where n also is the number of elements or the data. So, from the given, let's substitute it to the formula. Okay. P sub 30 now is equals to 30 over 100 times 10 plus 1. Then, P sub 30 is equals to 30 over 100 times 11. P sub 30 is equals to 330 over 100. Therefore, it is 3.3, or it will be less than or equal to the third value. P sub 30 is the third element on the arranged data or the distribution. Therefore, P sub 30 is equals to 20. Therefore, 30% of the test scores of a random sample of 10 students are less than or equal to 20. Let's proceed to model number 2. A teacher recorded the time in minutes spent during her webinar sessions for the 5 consecutive weekdays. She recorded the following time in minutes. Now, can you find her times 60th percentile or P sub 60? Use linear interpolation to find the percentile value. How to do it? Here is the solution. Again and again, it's up to you to use the acronym ALSMA as your guide for solution to this problem. Okay, here we go. Let's take step number 1. A. Arrange the data in the descending order, meaning from least to greatest value. So, this is now the arranged value. Let us move to step number 2. The L. Locate the position of the 35th and the 70th percentile. For the position of the 35th or the P sub 35 is position of P sub 35 is equals to k over 100 times n plus 1 equals to 35 over 100 times 25 plus 1 is equals to 35 over 100 times 26. Therefore, 910 over 100 is equals to 9.10. So, it is where we find the 9th and the 10th value. And also, locating for the 70th or the P sub 70 is position of P sub 70 is equals to k over 100 times the quantity of n plus 1 equals to 70 over 100 times 25 plus 1 equals 70 over 100 times 26 equals 1820 over 100 is equals to 18.20. It is where the location of the 18th and the 19th value. For step number 2, subtract the 9th value from 10th value for the position of P sub 35, while subtract 18th and 19th values for the position of P sub 70. How to determine the 9th and the 10th values, as well as the 18th and 19th values? we looked and based on the arranged distribution of step 1. Then count from left to right until to the desired end values. Okay, we will count together. So, P sub 35 is equals to the 10 minus 9 is equals to 90 minus 60. Therefore, it is 30. Where P sub 70 is equals to the 19th and the 18th value, and therefore it is 180 minus 120 is equals to 60. So, the value of P sub 35 is 30 and P sub 70 is 60. Let's proceed to step number 4. M. Multiply the result in step 3 to the decimal part result in step 2. So here it is. Since P sub 35 is equals to 9.10 and P sub 70 is equals to 18.20, therefore, P sub 35 is equals to 30 times 0.10 is equals to 3. Then, P sub 70 also is equals to 60 times 0.20 is equals to 12. For step number 5, the A. Add the result in the step 4 to the lowest value or the number in step 3. Since we have the value 60 and 90 for the P sub 30 and 120 and 180 also in P sub 70. So we take the 60 for P sub 30 and 120 for P sub 70. Then, P sub 35 is equals to 3 plus 60 is equals to 63. And also for P sub 70 is equals to 12 plus 120, therefore it is 132. Therefore, P sub 35 means that 35% of the teacher recorded time in minutes spent during her webinar session for 5 consecutive weekdays are less than or equal to 63. And for P sub 70 means that 70% of the recorded time in minutes spent during her webinar session for 5 consecutive weekdays are less than or equal to 132. Now that you have understood the lesson and examples about the percentile for ungrouped data, we can now solve for other set of word problems. You are given 15 seconds to do it. When you hear the sound, means time is up. If you find the time limited, you can pause the video and then resume to find the correct answer. Are you ready? If your answer is yes, let's keep the video rolling. This is the problem. The scores of Miss Philippine candidates from 7 judges were recorded as follows. For question number 1, find the 70th or the P sub 70 of the judges' score. Letter A, 9.76. Letter B, 10.76. Letter C, 5.76. And letter D, none of the above. Your 15 seconds starts now. Time is up. The correct answer is letter A, 9.76. Question number 2. Which of the following is the correct arrangement in the given data and ascending order? Your 15 seconds starts now. Time is up! The correct answer is letter C. For question number 3, locate the position of 35th percentile or P sub 35. A. 9.46, B. 8.406, C. 10.06, and D. 4.506. Timer starts now. The correct answer is letter B. How's your score? Very good, students. I hope that you have learned great lessons today. I believe that you are ready answering let us assess in your module. May this learning help you appreciate and apply mathematics in your daily life. Let us always remember that the percentiles are values that divides the data or set of distribution into 100 equal parts. And to find the percentile value, we have to locate first the position of the data using the formula. As a point of reflection, knowing and learning the concept of measures of position is important in statistics, especially in research, because it allows us to see the placement of data, value in the data set, or distribution. It informs us whether a data value is about on low, average, or high position. So as in life, our disposition to a particular thing or even allows us to assess whether to remain static or keep moving to attain success for every endeavor and challenges we take. And that ends our lesson for today. This is your teacher on air, Teacher Arlene. See you on the next episode, only here at Tuhason TV Eskwela.